You're tuned into the Bleav in Bengals show with Solomon Wilcots and Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Bleav in Bengal podcast delivered by the wonderful people at 828 Logistics. And of course, Adam Jones, Solomon Wilcots. Adam, hey, it's Dallas Cowboys week 2 for the Bengals this week. And I want to start the conversation by taking a look at our offense against their defense, because keep in mind, we turned the ball over 5 times in the week 1 contest against the Steelers last week. This is a Cowboys defense that led the league with 34 takeaways last year. They led the league with 24 interceptions. And remember Trayvon Diggs, he led the league in picks. So this is kind of our Achilles heel. We're going to have to do a better job of taking care of the football this week.
We're definitely going to have to do a better job of making sure Joe is protected.
Yes.
There's no way that the first play of 22-23 season is a sack. I just don't understand.
Ooh, yeah.
When I've been ranting and raving all summer long about how Mr. Brown have made it rain and this and that, but it's time for the guys up front, my protection guys. I'm talking to top flight security of the world. We got to protect Joe, man.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And here's what we're facing when we get down to the Big D. When we head down to Dallas, they got DeMarcus Lawrence. He's trying to get his career on track with getting to the quarterback. He's thirsty for sacks. He didn't like the fact that Michael Parsons came in as a rookie and just took over and led the team in sacks. Remember, Michael Parsons out of Penn State, defensive rookie of the year 1 year ago. Yeah. We had the offensive rookie of the year, Jamar Chase. Well, they had the defensive rookie of the year and Michael Parsons.
And he looked really good week 1. He had 2 sacks early on in the game, played physical, had a couple quarterback rushes. But he's special, man. I really think, we always get Dallas when I play with the Cowboys. I said when I play with the Cowboys, you get a little different respect or a lot more votes just for playing with the stars. But the Cowboys, they didn't make no mistake about this, and the people didn't make no mistake. He is the real deal now.
So how do you think our Bengals are going to be able to block this defensive front with DeMarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons?
Well, I don't think as a group together that they're a better group than Pittsburgh. We just got to make sure we protect Joe, and the center got to make sure he's helping at the right helping on the right side. A lot of times last week he just went straight back instead of helping on the backside or the front side. So yeah, but it's gonna be a good fight for us. This is not gonna be no walkover game because Dak Prescott is not there or CeeDee Lamb ain't start off the way that he wanted to start off. This is going to be a gut-checking game for us.
Yeah, the center being Ted Karras, coming over from the New England Patriots this offseason. Spent a lot of money to bring him over in free agency. Spent a lot of money on the right guard, Alex Kappa, in free agency to bring him over from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Lyle Collins, the right tackle, we brought him over in free agency. Guess where from? The Dallas Cowboys. He gets to go back and play against his former teammates this week. And Chidobe Awuzie also. But in just sticking with the offense in terms of how we're going to perform over there, I think it's going to be very important for this offensive line. They got to begin to wake up right now and have their best game. I do believe Joe Burrow is going to have his best game. There's no doubt in my mind. So now let me ask you this. You got Ezekiel Elliott, you got Joe Mixon. If you had to pick one of these running backs to be behind your offensive line, which one would it be and why?
Joe Mixon. His legs are still young. His quick twitch is still there. He can go downhill, same foot, same shoulder. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He just got a little bit more flash than Zeke got right now to me.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt I'm taking Joe Mixon. Ezekiel Elliott is still a phenomenal back. He's going to be a lot to contend with in this game. Cincinnati Bengals, I can't remember the last time we beat the Dallas Cowboys. They came in here with a bum of a team in 2020, just 2 years ago with, guess what? Andy Dalton as the quarterback and beat us. So I'm serious though, Adam, we got to have this game. We got to have this game in big time. And I'll tell you who's got to lead the way. The offense has to lead the way. I thought the defense played good enough to win week 1 against Pittsburgh. I think the offense has got to win the day, and it starts up front with our offensive line. I don't think they can match up with our wide receivers. With Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, I'm praying that he's going to be healthy for this game.
I talked to T. T is good, man. Hopefully, sometimes you have to go through protocols, but hopefully he's all right because we need him, Solly. We need him, Solly. We need him.
So with our 3 receivers, and don't forget, Hayden Hurst, man, showed some people. Yeah, I think he's an upgrade, and that's all due respect to C.J. Uzomah, who's playing with the Jets. I think Hayden Hurst, our tight end, is an upgrade. So that's what I was getting ready to say. You got T. Higgins, you got Jamar Chase, you got Tyler Boyd, and we have a tight end that people need to pay attention to in Hayden Hurst. How do you like the way that our skill set matches up against their defensive secondary?
I don't really. If T play, I don't think they can match up. But they play a little bit. Zone match.
A lot of zone match. Yes.
Yeah. So T Boyd will get a lot of one-on-ones this week with the over routes and all the things that they do. But I don't see them matching up with us as far as slowing us down and stopping us. As long as we can handle them guys up front, it should be a good day.
Yeah, our offense is set to have a big day. Week 2. All right, it's Dallas Cowboys week for the Cincinnati Bengals. And coming up, we're going to be joined by a very special guest, the playmaker, Michael Irvin, stopping by the Bleav in Bingo podcast, delivered by 828 Logistics. And of course, when he joins us, the people at Eli Sports Bar and Grill has made it happen for us. So we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to the Bleav in Bingo podcast, delivered by the wonderful people at 828 Logistics. Of course, Solomon Wilcots, Adam Pac-Man Jones. And we know it's Cowboy week here in Cincinnati. That's right. The Bengals are going to be down in Big D playing the Dallas Cowboys. So we had to invite a very special friend, 3-time Super Bowl champion, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Of course, the playmaker himself, Michael Irvin, joins us. Mike, how you been doing?
Man, I could be doing better if my quarterback was playing in this game coming up this week. If I really had Dak Prescott, I would be feeling pretty good about this game against y'all those Bengals. But I won't have my quarterback. But I feel, at least they came out today and said maybe he's only gone for 4 weeks. So hopefully that gets us down the line. But
y'all are done. Are y'all done?
No, we're not done.
Are y'all done?
Don't try to.
It's been,
you know what I'm saying?
I wear the Cowboys jersey too, but it's been 25 years. It's been 25 years.
25, dog.
25,
dog.
Yeah.
Hey, what's so funny? Hey, Adam, my boy Mitch Richmond. Mitch Richmond, NBA Hall of Famer. He called me the other day, Sunday, we were watching the game. He said, man, I'm done with these Cowboys. He said, I can't take it. Right? He said, man, I'm sick of every time I come here, I go through this, I have build up all off season, just this what they put on the field. I said, Mitch, you're right. I'm done with it too. He said, no. They your money bag. You can't be done with it.
You can't do that. No. Once a Cowboy, always a Cowboy. And Mike, I got to ask you, because I'm watching Stephen A. give you a hard time, man. Why does everybody seem to want to hate the Cowboys? Why is that?
Well, yeah, you guys know what that is, man. It's whenever anything is branded America's team or stuff like this, and especially you're branded America's team, and then you're playing like you've been playing of late. Everybody's going to get on it. Yeah. And even Adam just dropped that old message. Been 25 years. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I call that history. If you're gonna go back 25 years, you got to go back the whole 60, where 5 Super Bowl rings locked.
Okay, preach.
Touche.
I'm right up there. See, but everybody just want to minimize history.
Yeah.
Like history is only their story. It's the whole 60 years, not just the 25.
But hold on.
Last 25, we haven't won a Super Bowl, but it's the whole 60, and we got 5.
You got 5, but not.
Who's there?
Joe Burrow. How y'all going? Tell me. I know the defense been playing good. Y'all been playing good up front. How y'all gonna handle the Bengals in the back end with being the number one wide receiver group? And Joey's coming off to a good start.
And I hadn't heard yet what he's saying about Higgins. He had a concussion, right?
Yeah, he'll be all right. I talked to him.
You told him he'll be okay? You think he'll be make it?
He'll be able to make it this week.
That man, don't rush now. Be careful, man. Y'all see all this stuff going on. You take your time. Don't let them people rush you back on that field, T. Higgins. You could stay out this game.
He bad boy.
And be
he
really
bad
good.
boy, man.
This is the game. Yeah, listen, man, I like what Cincy had. I've been talking about that. I'm surprised that most people coming out didn't give Cincy any chance at getting back. I was getting so pissed last year because they kept doing, this is the worst offensive line in the world. I said, why y'all keep saying that? And they going to the Super Bowl. Stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? You always want to improve. But that was a hell of a thing for Zach Taylor to have to go and tell these guys that have earned their way all the way to the Super Bowl. Boy, I got to get rid of a lot of y'all. I got to get rid of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's a hard thing to do because you don't know what makes the team, how important the guy is on that team. You know what I mean? People don't know. They look at the football field. But you know those certain guys got to be the guys in the locker room that keep the happiness in the locker room, keeps everybody loose. So, you know, you got to make sure you keep the right guys on that team. So yeah, I was shocked at what happened in Tennessee with Pittsburgh, though, with Joe Burrow not giving up the 4 interceptions in that fumble. You know, I was shocked. I didn't expect that to happen.
No, neither one. We didn't expect that to happen either. I want to go back to, because you talked about Dak Prescott. Yeah, you talked about.
Because I saw something Joe Burrow said, Adam, you and Solly, y'all say this. Y'all know something that tripped me out. And I brought it up on the show the other day. But Joe Burrow said, and he did an interview with Kurt, and he said, and I guess everybody's different. Everybody's different. He said, you know, I after the Super Bowl, I never watched it. He said, once I left it, I left it. I said, I was like, what do you mean left it? I want you to watch that for a few times. I want you to feel that pain. You know what I mean? So every time you go train, I want you to remember that and train on that gas, train on that juice. Like, damn, that never happened again. Maybe we wouldn't have had 5 in the first game if you just did something. I ain't questioning nothing Joe Burrow do because I love him. And everybody hold on. Different way. But I feed off, oh, you got me, Joker. Or I bet you won't get me again. So I would have watched that 100 times. And then when I'm getting out of hand. When I showed up in the first game,
good hands, Mike. Good hands, baby. Good hands.
Good hands.
I would have been ready to play. Y'all know what I'm going.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I understand where you're coming from. It's like Michael Jordan, man. He gonna take any slight he can use to help him get better. And so it's okay. It's okay to take some of that medicine so that it fuels you up and gives you some gas for the next time around.
And it's okay if you can do it without. I'm just saying I would have won all that gas.
That's right. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You said something I caught it on social media, man. And I kind of like your take on this because everybody said the Cowboys, with Dak Prescott being out, maybe the Cowboys should take a flyer on Colin Kaepernick. And you went in hard on this one saying he ain't played in 5 years. And so, no, you ain't doing that. So explain that.
Right. Let me do it, Solid. Come on, Solid. I'm glad you brought it up. And I know right now, I want to make a declaration here. I know I'm risking a lot right here.
No, you cool. You good.
I'm about to risk all my blackness here. No. Everybody.
You good.
Uncle Tom, no, Uncle Tom ain't nothing. Colin Kaepernick ain't played football in at least 5 years now. I'm so sick of somebody every time we need a quarterback, everybody offering him up like he's a real solution. He's a real. Stop, people, stop. And I know I'm listening.
You're right. I know.
Let's please stop it. Let's stop it. Colin Kaepernick did a hell of a thing. We love him. I appreciate him. You can honor him. But every time a spot come open, I don't want to hear, go get Colin Kaepernick, because we're not going to go get Colin Kaepernick. I would take my chance with Cooper Rush. I want a quarterback that has seen a full-speed blitz somewhere in the last 3 years of his life. I want a quarterback that has not seen a full-speed NFL blitz over the last 3 years coming to quarterback. team, and certainly
Yeah.
throw football to my
5 years is half a decade. And I tell people in football, we age in dog years, bro. 5 years is a whole career in the NFL. It's a whole career.
It's
for
over with.
some people.
Turn the lights off.
It's
There you
over.
go. It's over.
All of us on the field know it. I'm going to
Yeah.
say this, and I'm going to use this example. Another thing that may get me in trouble. Deshaun Watson was a better quarterback than Colin Kaepernick. Deshaun Watson was out 1 year. Look how bad he looked in preseason, trying to get his rhythm back. He was out 1 year. And Kaepernick never had his ability. He never had to. And he's been out for 5 years. I just want us to stick this thing down on his ass and leave it. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, now, let me ask you this before we get out of here. Jamar Chase don't wear 88, but the first 2 years, he looked the closest thing to 88 that I've seen. I don't know if you watched him a lot, but I me and you are like this. I had a chance to come to the White House over there. But tell me what you think about him.
But I love that dude, boy. I love him, dude. Let me tell you something, dog. And Adam, you appreciate it. Sorry, you can too. I go back, man. I go back to my Coach Sullivan. Coach Sullivan was the guy that recruited me out of high school, right? He was the first coach that brought me out of the ghettos of Fort Lauderdale. He drove, and we got to drive all the way up to Indiana with the skills camp. I wanted to go to the University of Indiana. Coach go with him, but then they went to Cincinnati. He went to Cincinnati with Sam Weiss. I ended up going to University of Miami. He came back to LSU. I wanted to go there. He coached both of these dudes. He worked with them since they were kids. That's right. I'm gonna tell you what he told me. He said, Michael, he said, out of all the years since I've worked with you, man, he said, I've never had two receivers like this. He said, Justin Jefferson, the first receiver I ever seen match your competitiveness. I had a receiver match your competitiveness. And I go to him, get all kind of information. So I was like, I had to watch this kid. And he said, Jamar Chase, he said, Jamar, he said, I worked both of these kids. He said, the best thing, one of the great things for Jamar was that he spent some time around Justin Jefferson. Because Jamar has all the physical gifts.
Yes.
All the physical gifts. But then Justin Jefferson didn't have quite as many physical gifts, but he had all the hunger.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
You see, our business, I try to tell people, dude, and I see people, I said, most people in this world, they get to the top of their game by standing in front of a computer, punching keys, doing it. Yeah. But our business, it requires man-to-man, hand-to-hand comeback. So when you're just punching keys, it's all about your skill. You can get to the top because it's just about your skill and what you can do to that computer and make it do. But when you in our business, hand-to-hand, man-to-man, you need skill and will because the other thing,
tell it, Mike.
Right up against you right now. So Jamar Chase has all the skill. And Justin Jefferson had all the will, and Jamar Chase had some of that will, and now it's rap.
Preach, bro. Preach.
It's a rap. Coach Sullivan told me, he said, man, that nobody will be able to stop him one-on-one because that's all he needed. This kid had every physical gift God gave, and now he snatched some of that will from Justin Jefferson, his skill and will. Yeah, I love him. I love him.
And now they're both setting records. Justin Jefferson up in Minnesota, Jamar Chase in Cincinnati.
Right.
So we got two of the really great young wide receivers in this game. They may determine the outcome. Your boy CeeDee Lamb, number 88, and Jamar Chase, great receiving core around Joe Burrow. Who's going to win this game, Mike?
He only had 2 receptions. He only had 2 receptions.
Right. And Adam, let's speak to that, Adam, because the reality is, man, I love CD and he knows that, and I told him that. And I said to CD because he called me. He called me right when he got drafted. He said, Mike, I want to blaze my own trail just like we did in the commercial. That was a true story. He said, I want to blaze my own trail. Think about wearing number 2. I said, when you wear 88, that is blazing a trail. 88. But get this now. Yeah. I say, be ye careful. If you're not ready for the pressure that will come with it, then you should go another direction. Because the reality is, once you get put on the 88, since this fan base associate 88 and championships. Every time it's like 88, we get the right 88. The hope gonna rise, and you gotta come to that. When he signed and he said, okay, you're right, I'm gonna take that 88. It was the highest selling jersey in the NFL for a moment there. Non-quarterback. He was the highest selling jersey. That's pressure, buddy. That's pressure. And now you go in there when you're the true number one, and Adam said it, he didn't have the game I'm sure he wanted to have. So now in this game, you're going up against Jamar Chase, and you got to prove that, people will be starting to play up. Can he really be a number one? So CD got some pressure on him to show up in this game, and he's got to do it with a backup quarterback. That's scary.
Ooh, yeah, Cooper Rush, Joe Burrow. And the Cowboys can start off 0-2 with both those games at home. Sean Payton waiting to get a phone call there, Mike.
Wait. Let's go back to the Cooper Rush, Joe Burrow. How you going? What was that?
It's not even a comparison. It's not even a comparison.
Right. What was that? Oh, how you gonna do that? What was
I know. That ain't right. It ain't right. Hey, Mike, you're the best, my man. We love you. We thank you for stopping down. I know you're a busy guy. And thanks for coming on the show. We miss you, man. We got to spend more time together. Okay?
Appreciate it, big bro.
Man, y'all. Honestly, let me say that honestly, man. I know, no lie, and I put this on God. These are two of my favorite people right here. I'm talking to right now, man. Solid, you know what you mean to me, Adam. You and I were same cloth dude, man. So anytime, man, anytime down the road, anytime down the way, y'all need me, man. Y'all holler. I'm always here. We got to do this for each other.
That's right.
We're trying to break in this business. And then I hate when I get it too, because I got pocket. I call brother, and I'm like, dude, I can't get you 15 minutes. Now the white guy called me. Why can't I get you for 15 minutes?
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
But that's just what it is.
Well, you're a true pro. You still a playmaker in my book. Yeah. Always have been. Always will be. All right.
Our voice out there. Keep speaking, baby.
That's right. We'll be back with more. You're listening to the Bleav in Bengal podcast, brought to you and delivered by the people at 828 Logistics. That was a great conversation we had with the playmaker, Michael Irvin, still making plays. That guy's bring so much energy to our set. And now we want to turn our attention, Adam, to talk about, that's right, Lou Anarumo, Cincinnati Bengals defensive coordinator. My nickname for him now is the Terminator. Because he's terminating any offensive production from the other side. And I think that's what's going to happen. I really do believe the Cincinnati Bengals defense is going to dominate in Big D come Sunday.
I agree too. One thing about Lou, he has been attacking everybody since last year in the second half. I think we was talking about that earlier. But without Dak, I don't want to jump to conclusion. We got to stop the run game, of course. Zeke and Pollard, they're gonna run hard. We playing in Dallas. It's still gonna be an emotional game. I know it's sold out. It's nothing lower than superstar status there. But as far as looking at the schedule and looking at the players and the wide receivers, the running game, and I was just looking at all the stats and stuff. CeeDee Lamb got to get off. He
don't. Not this week. He don't.
Only thing
he gonna get Chidobe Awuzie, former Dallas Cowboy cornerback, now playing for the Cincinnati Bengals. As you well know, he was graded the third best cornerback by PFF all of last season. So he's upgraded our secondary. I think we got something for CeeDee Lamb. And I know Mike was saying he got to get it going, but no, he ain't got to get it going this week. And you're right. Last week, though, he was targeted 11 times, only had 2 catches. So he's going to have to wait for week 3 to get off. So he ain't got to get off this week.
He only had 29 yards last week.
Right.
But really, I don't see him getting off on us because we got a lot of guys that can run. He to me, from watching the film, he don't have that separation. You get what I'm saying? Like when Jamar get the ball, you be like boom, boom, boom. Like I don't know. I just don't see the separation in and out of the breaks.
He don't have it. He don't have that road runner in this game. Beep beep, gone. Yeah. He don't. I think he's a really good player. Here's the real problem with the Dallas Cowboys offense right now. they're depleted in the wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Michael Gallup from last year's trio, he's still nursing and coming off the ACL injury. They traded away Amari Cooper. Why they did that, I don't know. And now CeeDee Lamb is waiting for somebody else to draw coverage. But he don't realize he's now wide receiver number one. He's the guy that's getting all the coverage. And oh, by the way, Dak Prescott is out with that fractured thumb. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, maybe longer. Had to have it surgically repaired. So Cincinnati Bengals are going to be looking at Cooper Rush. So what that tells me, any coach like Mike McCarthy that's worth his salt, bro, you got to lean into the run game. They're going to try to pound the Bengals defense with the running game, with as much Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. And so we're going to have to earn the right to rush the quarterback by stopping the Cowboys from pounding that running game with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard.
Oh, they definitely gonna run this ball. I mean, at least 56 times, I would think.
I'd say 40 or more times.
40 or more times. I would go with that. But at the end of the day, 88. Don't get off this week, but you got to realize, like Mike was telling us earlier, it's special to wear that number. You get what I'm saying? But
That's
right
true.
now, I just don't feel, when Dez wore it, it didn't matter who the quarterback was. You put the game plan in to stop Dez. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it should be a good week though. But we should win this game. I ain't gonna say no numbers, but we should win.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get to that when we come back. But you're right. When it comes to the run-pass ratio this week for the Cowboys, the average number of offensive snaps on any given week in the NFL is about 65. Yeah. So if you were to divide that up, I think the Cowboys are going to come in wanting to run it 40 times, maybe throw it with Cooper Rush at 15 to 20 times, no more than that, if they're going to be really smart about it. All right, we're going to step aside. We'll be back with more with the Bleav in Bengal podcast delivered by 828 Logistics. We're going to step aside and we'll be back with more right after this. As we said, our trip down to Big D this weekend. That's right, week 2 in Dallas for the Bengals. Tell me, who wins and why?
Bengals win. You know why? We got a long snapper.
You gotta give me one.
I'm going.
You're telling me because we can make a
I'm
field
going
goal now.
I'm going with McPherson. I trust him with everything I got. Bengals win because we can snap the ball. I say he go 4 for 4 this week, and it's gonna be a deep one too. Indoor stadium. He probably can kick it from 65 with ease.
Hey man, that's right. Just as long as you don't hit, the big television set hanging from the ceiling, right? That's a big jumbotron that they have there. Listen, I think we're going to have a huge bounce back week for Burrow. He's going to protect the ball. I think, obviously, he got one game under his belt. He's going to see the defense more clearly. He's going to have a better feel. As you said before, the Dallas Cowboys like to run that single high sort of cover 3 match, our single high man to the outside. I think he's going to have a good feel for it and gets off to a much better start this week than he did last week against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Also, I told you I like our weapons. I like Chase, Higgins, Boyd, and Hayden Hurst, man. I'm really digging him. I think he's more athletic at the tight end position. Somebody is going to get single coverage, and they're going to have to eat big this week because we got too many guys for them to cover. And then secondly, I think the defense is going to dominate. I need some more of Trey Hendrickson. I need some more of Sam Hubbard. Okay. I see us getting to the Cooper Rush. Here comes the rush. Yeah. We coming at you. So I think we're going to be hitting on all cylinders. I see us having a big week, Adam, on both sides of the ball, including the special teams.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for another wonderful week right here on the Bleav in Bengal podcast, delivered by the wonderful people at 828 Logistics. But don't forget, you can get more of the Bleav in Bengal podcast by going to Bleav.com or the Bleav Podcast Network or wherever you get your podcast. Don't forget to join us each and every week right here on Bally Sports Ohio. Take care, everyone.